You know a lot about golf.
Well, we're waiting.
Another week in the can. We are those weekend golf guys. That's a broadcasting term, meaning it's done, put away, all tied up and ready to go.
I was going to say, who's got the can opener, man?
We're
break out another weekend.
hopefully we're ready to go. I think so. How about you, Jeff? Huh?
I'm ready to roll, man.
Raring and ready. John Ashton in studio, Jeff Smith at the Golf Cave at Otter Creek in Columbus, and of course, Mr. Intrepid producer Mark Hunter, whose impressive picture is now available at the new website, thoseweekendgolfguys.com.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes.
How about that?
You need to check it out.
So you got rid of the unimpressive picture? Is that what you're doing?
I was just trying to be polite.
Okay.
You got to push, don't you, man? Push, 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 push.
Got to have some fun.
That's what we're all about, having some fun on the golf course or after the golf or before the golf or whatever. And last weekend, man, I think it's your fault. You know, I remember we were doing our Sunday show locally here in Louisville that you can catch online anytime. But we were talking about how it's such a strange game in as much as you can go out on Thursday and shoot a 70 and then come back on Friday or Saturday all full of vim and vinegar and smiling and ready and shoot 102.
Yeah.
And you and Tom Mallet at the Valley View Golf Club that we were broadcasting from last Sunday were both very like, yeah, that's the nature of the beast. And after packing up the equipment, we headed off to Quail Chase Golf Course because Valley View was having their member tournament, and they said, hey, we'd love to work you in, but, you know, give us $1,700 and join, and we'll talk about it. But we all went off to Quail Chase, and I think we played probably the worst golf we have played in eons. Or was that just me?
Or is an eon a little shorter than an eon?
Yeah, maybe it was centuries. I don't know. Millennia.
Didn't have a good day, huh?
Did not have a good...
Really
but, you know, in retrospect, it was funny. I replayed every shot in my head trying to figure out where I went awry. I did not miss very many fairways off the tee at all. I missed a lot of greens, however. Short, left, right, long.
Yeah.
You know, and there's nothing more frustrating than being 120 yards away from a green. You take your pitching wedge and you put it 10 yards past the green. I don't hit a pitching wedge that far. Give me a break. But the scoring was terrible. And intrepid producer Mark was with us. And, Mark, how many balls hung on the lip of the hole and just didn't drop?
Yeah, we had a lot of that going on that day.
Yeah. That's frustrating also.
I get you.
Yeah.
You know, we're all like really close all the time to
Yeah.
being close to what we want. Whether you're an experienced player or a beginner or somewhere in between, we all have those days where you're like, man, I was almost at my normal. But sometimes, you know, you're playing down at Valley View. It's a nice golf course, but, you know, pretty hilly.
Oh, yeah, it's really hilly. And,
So
you know,
get a little bit worse bounces. You know,
Yeah.
they don't go exactly the way you want. You know, your stances are off just a little bit.
yeah.
You know, little up, little down, little sideways. So it's just never quite the same.
You know, there's another problem, too, and that's adaptation. Because one of the things that golfers in our ability level, you know, we play different courses. Like the week prior, we're out at a rather expensive course, very well-maintained course, one that takes pride in having fast greens. And we were playing like 11.6 on a stint meter. This Sunday, we're looking at like an 8. That's an adjustment that takes a few holes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can sit on the practice green all you want to. And you notice how easily that word fell from my lips? I'm getting better.
That. I noticed that.
I'm getting so
think
good
what
at
it was is that you put two words together. You put another word right after it. So it just kind of came out in the flow of a sentence.
I used it as an adjective, not as a verb. It works that way.
That's
No,
right.
I'm getting really good at saying the word practice, and once I have absolutely no problems anymore, I might actually try doing it.
I don't think so. One step at a time. Baby steps, John. Baby steps.
Yeah, what was I thinking?
We'd all love to see it.
Yeah, for a little comedy relief, maybe.
Well, yeah, it's true.
But it does
I want to see video of that. That's what I really want to see.
But no matter how much time you spend on a practice green, you still, you know, in the heat of battle is when it becomes apparent, when you just can't get used to it in 20 minutes on a practice green. It takes a while.
You're right.
And then you finally get used to it. You go to a different course and you go, whoa, why am I only getting halfway to the hole here? But that's just, you know, the cross we have to bear. being amateur golfers who don't play every weekend on golf courses that roll at a 12 to 13 or 14. Thank goodness.
Yeah, because it gets hard. When they roll that fast, you get a golf course that you play, and that's pretty rough. You gotta admit you're not gonna see places that roll above a 10 very often.
No.
And boy, I hope it's not windy. I hope it's not hilly.
And that's another frustrating thing when you don't play greens like that. You're not used to the wind affecting the ball as badly,
right,
as it does on a green like that.
Right.
So they just like cut down more, or rolled harder, or firmer, or different grasses, or how do you do that?
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of times, what they do is that they'll top dress a lot, which is a process that the superintendents use, and it's basically, with a thin layer of sand frequently, and then they kind of brush it in.
Okay.
And so what happens is that the grass then begins to stand up more vertically. Instead of letting it grow long and then it lay over, what happens is when you brush in a lot of sand into the greens, two things happen. They become firmer, but they drain better, and then the grass, in order to get sunlight and air, has to turn the leaves a little bit, and they grow a little bit more vertically.
I gotcha. Okay.
So now imagine that they can come through and then just cut the tops very smooth, like a buzz cut. Think of a guy with a flat top.
It's a buzz cut for your kids. That's the analogy we need to use. And speaking of kids, we're going to talk about that too. Some junior golf talk, some women's golf talk, and some walking talk, and some talk about some missions. All coming up. It'll make sense when we're done. Those weekend golf guys. Going to be right back. Don't move.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-554-4183 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 800-554-4183 to take your call now. Call 800-554-4183. That's 800-554-4183. Again, 800-554-4183.
I've owned my company for 14 years now, and I can tell you that payroll is a 4-letter word. I hate doing it. It eats up hours I don't have, and it costs me money I could be saving, but my accountant's too expensive, and I'm not sure who to call. But I know I need help.
We're Paychex, and we take all the hassles out of small business payroll. We save you time and money. It's easy. Call, fax, or give us your payroll information securely online, and we take care of the rest. We calculate the correct taxes, manage payments and direct deposits. We even send out your checks. Payroll doesn't need to be a 4-letter word anymore. We're so sure that we can save you time and money that we'll give you a month's payroll free. Just for calling 877-376-2829. Get 1 month's payroll for free. Call Paychex right now. 877-376-2829. That's 877-376-2829.
And welcome back, those weekend golf guys. Thanks for hanging with us. John Ashton, Jeff Smith, and intrepid producer Mark Hunter, all together, those weekend golf guys. Jeff's been dealing all day with kids, so he's a little testy.
Junior golf day.
Oh, yeah. Bring on the urchins.
The dangest things that those kids say is just, it cracks me up. It really does.
Uh-huh.
Here we are talking about different parts of the golf course, and we're walking on one, and we're walking down the fairway. Of course, we talk about, kids, why do you think they call it a fairway? Is it because it might be the easiest place to play from? Kid says, no, definitely not. He said, because that's where they make fairies. Okay. Got that one. And then we're talking about the rough. Do you think that they call it rough because might be a rougher place to play from. It's not as easy. Grass is a little taller. Surface is not smooth. Kid says, nah, that makes too much sense. They had to call it rough for some other reason. They had a dog, and that was his name.
Yeah. So I've read the rules of golf. Nothing in this game makes sense.
So you listen to this stuff, and your head's spinning, you're laughing your head off, and you're just trying to smile and go, wow, this is something.
Yeah.
But you don't know what the dangest things junior golfers say. So we were talking about rules of golf. And we're using some examples of stuff. You're allowed to pick stuff up and move it out of the way. Loose impediments and stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about sand, and it's a loose impediment. We're talking about it on the green. One of the kids comes up and says, "Hey, what if it's a worm?" And the girls are going, "Ew, let that touch it." You know how that goes.
Yeah.
And the kid goes, "Oh yeah, well, what if it's dried and crispy?" Another kid goes, "If it's crispy, it's like a chip." Oh, no. And he said, "I'm going to eat it." And the girls are just sitting over there cringing, going, ew. Like, okay, here we go. God, if you don't like junior golf, there's something wrong with you.
Doesn't take you long to lose control, though, does it?
Well, you got to kind of maintain the conversation a little bit.
Yeah. Pretend
it's
to
fun.
be interested.
Well, it has to be fun, if it's not fun, then these kids aren't going to play.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
it's amazing what happens when you kind of open the floor a little bit to the kids.
Mm-hmm.
You just ask these open-ended questions of, how come these guys, when you see them play golf on TV, why do you think they're wearing pants? And one girl shouts out, she goes, "It's style. That's all it is. Somebody made them dress that way. They wouldn't do it on their own." Okay, got it.
Well, maybe Dustin Johnson goes around without wearing pants, but the other guys, I think they might like that.
They might.
Yeah.
But that was, that's what she had to say.
Yeah. Do you know why they're not allowed to wear shorts out there? Is it just style? Is it decorum?
I really think it's so that people will actually watch the game.
I gotcha.
I think that it's really the traditional professional appearance.
Yeah.
And it's really easy to make the conversation that it doesn't look nearly as professional if they're wearing shorts.
Right.
Especially with what a handful of those guys' legs must look like.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So
nor does it look
know.
as I was going to say, nor does it look as professional as, Bobby Jones and those guys wearing coats and ties.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, I think there's a limit to what is realistic.
Yeah.
But I think that it's not too big of a stretch for pants.
No.
To appear
No.
more professional.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
I got no problems. But how long does it take the average junior golfer to hit a good shot?
Oh.
And how do you keep them from getting frustrated when they don't?
Oh, well, what we do is we score points.
Okay.
If they whiff it, it's no points.
Okay.
If they make contact and the thing moves, it's going to be a point.
Okay.
Okay. And what I do is I keep the points so that the greatest shot in the world is only 3.
Okay.
The best one they'll ever hit. So what they do is they get a lot of 1s and 2s.
Right.
And so they always love competitions. They always love it. You can't stop a kid from creating their own competition.
Yeah.
So, people say, oh, you don't need to make golf when it's junior golf. It's fun. It's all those things. You don't need to make it competitive. You're right. I don't.
They will. Yeah.
I don't need to because it's going to happen anyway.
Yeah.
And when the kids do it, they created their own game. And you should see the most creative games I've never come up with. The kids always come up with them.
Yeah.
I might think I'm creative. No, not even close.
It's
Not even close. I create a game and they look at me like, really? Can't we do something else so we could? I'm about to fall asleep just watching you discuss this game. I hear that, and you hear these kids, and I'm like, okay. But what I have found out in junior golf, when these kids have a good time at doing something, we will do that in that group right there.
Mm-hmm.
If that group of kid is having fun doing that, we will do that again. We'll start off with it tomorrow.
right.
And we will call it a name.
Yeah.
And I let the kids name the game. And we have heard some really strange names for games. And it's okay.
Yeah.
Because I will let every kid group name the game because they own it. When they own it, man, they're all into it because it's theirs.
Right. Yeah.
It wasn't one of those, I got to follow the adults' rules, and geez, that guy's 50. What does he know?
Mr. Smith is making us do this, man.
Right. So what I do is I say, all right, somebody come up with a game that does this, that gets people to hit a better shot, that doesn't go too short and doesn't go too long. You guys create your own game. You got 2 minutes. And the next thing you know, somebody comes up with a game that they all agree on and have fun with.
Yeah. We got a game we play, too. Whenever in our group the turf goes farther than the ball on an iron shot, that guy has to buy all the beer. We're going to be right back, too. Yeah, that's a fun game to play. Hang out with us. We'll be right back. We're all those weekend golf guys.
I've owned my company for 14 years now, and I can tell you that payroll is a 4-letter word. I hate doing it. It eats up hours I don't have, and it costs me money I could be saving. But my accountant's too expensive, and I'm not sure who to call. But I know I need help.
We're Paychex, and we take all the hassles out of small business payroll. We save you time and money. It's easy. Call, fax, or give us your payroll information securely online, and we take care of the rest. We calculate the correct taxes, manage payments and direct deposits. We even send out your checks. Payroll doesn't need to be a 4-letter word anymore. We're so sure that we can save you time and money that we'll give you a month's payroll free just for calling 877-376-2829. Get 1 month's payroll for free. Call Paychex right now. 877-376-2829. That's 877-376-2829.
This is Ben Gordon, and if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, Power Swabs is the answer. In 5 minutes, you'll see 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. There's no messy strips or trays that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes, and you're done. To try Power Swabs, call 1-800-290-3613. Your bright white smile will have your friends talking about how great you look. Try it risk-free. 1-800-290-3613. That's 1-800-290-3613.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. Operators are waiting at 800-554-4183 to take your call now. Call 800-554-4183. That's 800-554-4183. Again, 800-554-4183.
Harry Taylor is a PGA Tour golfer, best known for his short game and for the fact that he is the tailor in TaylorMade. He has been a designer of golf clubs for a long time. And one of the things he really wanted to do was design wedges that would work well out of the box for 98% of the golfing public. That's you and me, people. HarryTaylorGolf.com. Go take a look at these wedges. 1, they're beautiful. 2, they work really, really well for 98% of us. And 3, I can get you at a discount. Just when you order, please use the code LOVEMeTender, and that $169 black wedge is going to set you back only $109. That's right, $60 off. And the $149 wedge will be $99, $50 off. If you use the code LOVEMeTender at checkout. HarryTaylorGolf.com. Love Me Tender in the code box at checkout. You're going to get yourself a great wedge at a great price. We appreciate it. Hey, this is John Ashton with those Weekend Golf Guys. And, Jeff Smith is a PGA member, so he gets to play like anywhere he wants to play for free. You and I, we're not quite like that. We have to, by hook or by crook. You got a friend, whatever. We all want a discount. We all want a deal, and we know how you can get a deal. You want to go to digitalgolfpass.com. They've got the whole country broken up into different areas, and there are a whole lot of golf courses in each area. You can buy one area or upgrade to all the areas. It's a membership. It makes you kind of cool. And, with the right deal at your first foray into your favorite golf course with Digital Golf Pass, you've probably saved enough money to actually pay for the membership. Check it out, digitalgolfpass.com. Use the coupon code GOLFGUYS at checkout and you'll save $5. Yeah, we hooked that up for you. All right. People. Digitalgolfpass.com. Coupon code GOLFGUYS. Go now. Hey, the Weekend Golf guys, we are here. John Ashton, Jeff Smith, intrepid producer Mark Hunter going to be making sure everything sounds okie dokie. Mr. Jeff Smith.
You out or me out? Or
one of us.
We just get a whole new show, don't we?
Yeah, he's already taking auditions for replacements. And they're all prettier than us, too, for some reason.
Shocking.
Yeah. He's not going to be in charge of that anymore.
Wasn't he in Vegas a couple weeks ago? Isn't that where he's getting his pool of clientele?
Sam Diego.
Oh, San Diego.
No, Sam Diego. That's the guy who's coming in to replace us. Yeah. We are here every week to fix something. Everybody has a problem. Even the pros have problems with this particular thing that Mr. Jeff's Quick Fix is going to address, because watching the tournament last weekend and watching so far this weekend, you see even the pros miss 4 or 5 footers.
Oh, of course.
It's got to be an alignment problem, doesn't it?
Well, a lot of times, there's the read, that you sit there and you read, you guess, and you use whatever system, whether it be Aimpoint Express, or use your eyes, or plumb bobbing, or flipping a coin, or
yeah, I was going to say the guess is much more closer to what we do than the read.
And that's one way that people miss putts. And the other way, they pick a line that's actually a pretty good line, and then they hit it too hard or not hard enough on that line for the thing to actually go in. But there's a lot of times, John, where you mentioned it. It's the alignment. Where you think, let's say that you actually have chosen the right place to aim because you're a good reader of the greens.
Yeah, let's say that. Thank you.
And let's also say you actually have a good putting stroke, and you actually have good speed control, and the green is smooth. Now, why would you miss?
Because you ain't aligned correctly.
So if you chose well, and you're a good stroke, and the good speed, and the putting green is smooth, the only thing left is that people really don't aim their putter face nor their body where they think they are. It's happened so often that I fix people's putting without discussing stroke or mechanics or posture or eye line or all those things that are involved. But eye line has a lot to do with what you see. And do you set your eyes over the ball to, an inch or so inside the ball? How do you really perceive where you're aimed? Because if you can't aim where you think you're aimed, well, then you're not making anything.
Mm-hmm.
Indoors, I use a laser beam and, targets and things like that. But outdoors, we can't really do that. And the everyday player cannot do that.
Right.
Because they don't walk around with lasers,
Yeah.
Who does that? So, but everybody does. They have two things all the time when they're on the golf course. Your cell phone and some tees.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you tell me which one you'd rather hit a ball off of, and we'll discuss that. But anyhow, you're going to have both of them anyway. So let's say you're on the putting green, and John, it's actually the practice green too. I mean, you would get out there and you would actually do this more frequently, and, you could do it repetitively and then get it right and learn your aim. So what you do is you set your putter to where you think you're supposed to be aimed. You pick your spot. Maybe you take a tee out in the ground over there, and you say, okay, I'm going to aim at that. And then when you think you're aimed at that, you move your ball. You leave your putter exactly where it is. You bend down and you knock your ball out of the way. And then you take another tee. And then you stick the tee, the head of the tee, touch it to the putter face so that it's flush up against the putter face. And then the tee will point exactly where the putter face is pointing. And then you just move the putter and you walk back behind and you look at where that tee's pointing and you just check yourself. And you go, oh, boy, am I bad at this. Boy, am I bad at this.
Yeah.
Okay, John, now this is your repetition. It's like the refrain of a song. Mm-hmm. Okay, we all join in. Oh, am I bad at this, right? Okay. Now, so what happens all the time, and you can also use your cell phone for this in case you happen to have a cell phone handy, which most of us do. Mm-hmm. You can lay the narrowest part of the cell phone, lay that down on the ground with that part touching the putter face, and the long part, the tall part, would then be facing where your putter face is actually aimed, and then you get to see that as well.
Right.
It is enlightening.
Yeah.
I've used credit cards. I've used all kinds of things, business cards, anything with a straight edge that shows you where you're aimed. But everybody has tees.
Everybody do.
Everybody has tees, and then they see exactly where they're pointed. Now, how do you fix it? If you realize that you're off, how do you start to calibrate yourself to be what's good? Well, what you do is you aim the thing, the cell phone or the business card or the credit card or the golf tee, and you actually aim it exactly where you want, and then you go back up and put your putter face up against the back of that, and then recalibrate yourself. And when I do that for people, they make more putts.
Yeah.
And yet they thought that I was going to change their grip or their stance or their something or other. But yet, what if they're really a pretty good repeater of their putting stroke? But their aim is so far off that they don't know where it's going to go. I fix that before I fix other things because I see so many people are so bad at aiming.
And once you get the reference point, it's easy to make that adjustment.
It's very easy.
Yeah.
It's stunning to people how short a time it is, just a matter of moments before they start to recalibrate themselves to what they see is actually where they are pointed.
Do you ever give any advice on visual cues to give?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like?
There's all kinds of things. Like, first, understand your eye line, meaning this. If you held your club, say, across your legs, it would be pointed in the direction that your body is pointed, right? What if you – just imagine this for a moment because, it's radio, so we have to do that. You pick that club up and then you lift it up and you put it across the bridge of your nose where it points wherever your head is tilted and your eyes would then go. That would be the line that your eyes would see, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then you'll find out that the eye line has a lot to do with looking down at the putter face, seeing where it's pointed, and also essentially seeing where your body's pointed. So if your eye line is, say, off target, then it's going to help set your body off target and your putter face off target, and you won't know it. Your perception of things. So what we do is I pick a couple things. Sometimes we use little visual cues like when you set your ball on the green and you know exactly where your target line is, there's always a line on your putter,
right?
On your golf ball.
Yeah.
You can line that up and then go back before you put your mark down, you put your ball down, you line it up that line, and you put it exactly where you want it. And then you go back and you check it to make sure. And then when you go, set your putter behind it, now you have a visual cue right there where you got your putter and the line on your putter, and some do and some don't, going right through the line on the ball. And then you can see that line. You can get your eyes over that line, looking that way, and then your body will point that way. So you got a visual cue. It's built right into every golf ball.
And that's what
use the name on the golf ball.
That's what I do too. I try to get the aiming point much closer to the ball so I can see them both with one glance. And then when you line up correctly with the putter, which has, of course, a line in the middle of the head, and you get yourself a Seymour putter where they've got a little red dot on the back of the blade, and as long as you cover that red dot with the shaft, you know that the putter head is square. Mm-hmm. Viola. And that's when your frustration is no longer missing putts, it's leaving them short. But we'll get to that in another quick fix segment, which will be coming up in a little bit right here. But every week, check it out. And you can always have a specific question. Just get through on Facebook.com/golfguys or thoseweekendgolfguys.com or whatever. We're going to be right back and talk about belts and missions and golf and mountains and prairies, amber waves of grain or whatever. We'll tie it all together here when we come right back. We're all those weekend golf guys. Don't move. You suck. I mean, isn't that the thought that goes through your mind every time you chunk a chip or blade a wedge? It is, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, indeed, it is.
I hear that so many times from people.
It could be, I hate to say this because I'm one of these personal responsibility kind of guys, but it could be the club.
It's possible.
And I don't understand. I know you do, but nobody understands, so we're not going to explain it. But the bounce and the lie angle and the grind and all that kind of stuff, it's very confusing but very important for wedges. Is it not, Jeff?
That is absolutely true.
All right.
You better have something that gets through the turf pretty well.
Harry Taylor, former PGA professional golfer and excellent club designer, has new wedges that work for 98% of us. Harry Taylor, HarryTaylorGolf.com. Use code LOVEMeTender and you are going to get a huge discount. The 149 wedge for $99, the 169 wedge for $109. Love Me Tender is the code. Go there, check it out, HarryTaylorGolf.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-554-4183 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 800-554-4183 to take your call now. Call 800-554-4183. That's 800-554-4183. Again, 800-554-4183.
This is Ben Gordon, and if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, Power Swabs is the answer. In 5 minutes, you'll see 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. There's no messy strips or trays that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes, and you're done. To try Power Swabs, call 1-800-290-3613. Your bright white smile will have your friends talking about how great you look. Try it risk-free. 1-800-290-3613. That's 1-800-290-3613.
Every other week, we send you great tidbits, including a weekend tune-up from Jeff Smith, a quick video that'll get you doing something absolutely right on the golf course. Every other week, we send it to you if you ask us to. Just go to thoseweekendgolfguys.com/newsletter and sign up, and you'll lose some strokes in just a matter of a few issues. thoseweekendgolfguys.com/newsletter. Go and subscribe right now. Absolutely free. And welcome back, those Weekend Golf Guys. John Ashton in the studio, Jeff Smith at the Golf Cave at Otter Creek. And I'm not sure where, somewhere out in the mountains of the West would be Lukas Sanchez from Mission Belt Company.
Yep.
Right, how are you doing, man?
In Orem, Utah.
Orem, Utah. Now,
Wow.
oh, no, Provo's, that's where the Osmonds lived, in Provo. I knew it was.
Yep, we're just a little bit north of them. But, yeah, right here at the foot of the mountains. Great weather. Couldn't ask for a better springtime.
You know, if we're talking Utah, we got to talk about snow. We got to talk about skiing.
Oh, yeah. You know that this last winter was pretty stellar. It was off the charts, just good snow. And the best part about it is, so I'm originally from Colorado, and we get pretty good snow out there, but the ski resorts are pretty far from where I live. They're all, 2-3 hours away. Here, they're, 30, 45 minutes away just to drive up the canyon. So you can't beat that.
Yeah, that's 10 minutes to the mountain and 20 minutes up the mountain, right?
Exactly, right?
That's about right.
Yeah,
That's
it sure
about
beats
right.
a 3-hour trek. So.
Yeah, it certainly does. Beautiful. I mean, it's majestic out
Can't
there.
beat it. Yep, right on the foot of the mountains.
Yeah.
Have a lake just on the other side. So I'd say we're pretty well set here.
Get to play any high altitude golf?
That's the other thing is there are a few courses all up and along the mountain range here. So yeah, it's and we've been getting a whole bunch of rain recently.
Oh, yeah.
So it is just like Pacific Northwest green out here.
You know what? I've played one golf course in Utah, and it was fabulous. It was up north. It was Logan River.
Oh, so you were a little further up north. You're up in the Logan area.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was. We went up in the wintertime and we skied the Beeve, and then we went up in the summertime and we played Logan River. And man, what a beautiful piece of the world that is up there.
It's
Wow.
incredible country. Yeah, it's so beautiful. Yeah, I mean, if you're into the outdoors or anything as far as being outside, you can't beat this whole area, but especially the Logan area. Pretty lucky spot there.
Yeah, he really did. I mean, he's looking right there at the Wasatch Range right out of his window. And he's like, this does not stink. I think I'll stay here for a little while.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm sure no one had to twist his arm to stay there.
No. And he said it was actually, relatively inexpensive to live there too. So he had a whole lot going on that he was happy about.
That's the thing you get when you talk to people who live out Utah and the West Coast area. It's all like, hey, I'm beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm happy. Sorry about your luck.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
How it goes. Hey, let's take a minute and talk about belts. We ran into each other initially, and we've talked before, Lukas. We are at the PGA show this past January. And you've got one of those belts that has no holes, no pegs. It's for
nothing.
Yeah,
no
for
restraints. It's just it's the best belt for your body. Your body fluctuates throughout the day, throughout the week, even throughout the year, and the belt fluctuates with you. Right?
Oh, I know that's right.
John sits down and he goes, "Wow, this elastic belt is awesome."
But yeah, so I mean that's where we're at. It's a great belt, great product, and part of that. So the reason we're called Mission, I know we spoke about this last time, is the mission that's tied to the belts, and that's that $1 from every belt goes to help break the poverty cycle all around the world.
What was the genesis behind that idea?
For sure. So a couple of the brothers and a childhood friend, they're all from California, and originally the idea was to start a company that just had this social mission. They wanted to do good and to help people break free from this poverty cycle. And the I guess, like you were saying, the genesis of that was they had this friend who lived down in Panama City, and he had been injured. He had been laid off work, and he couldn't really provide for his family. That was the big issue. Is he was trying to get his family kind of a head start. And the issue was he didn't have work. He didn't know what to do, but he had a business plan. He just didn't know how to carry it out, and he didn't have the capital. So what these guys did is they purchased a belt in Panama City, Florida, and had it shipped down to him. And he started. So yeah, he started a bus route, and ended up growing this bus route into an actual fleet of buses. I think he has 4 or 5 fleets of buses now in Panama that he's just running back and forth from like the little town that he's from to like the more major metropolitan center. And so these brothers and friend were like, whoa, okay, that was a great opportunity. We helped this guy. We didn't just give him money. We gave him the means to really, so he could bootstrap it and make something happen. And he eventually paid them back. And like I said, grew his fleet. And so like, okay, what can we do to make this a reality for more people? And so that's where the social mission really started. And they felt that the belt was just, this accessory that hadn't been touched in a while. It needed life to be breathed into it. And it was a product category that was ripe to really pursue. And so it was kind of a no-brainer to join this social mission with the belt and this new no holes fit technology.
And it works so well with golf too for 2 reasons: the practical and the social application. But when you don't have a belt with holes and you're playing golf, you don't have the problem of your pants being either too loose or too tight, which can either restrict your swing or make you afraid to swing, depending.
100%. I mean, it is, and like we were just saying, I mean, your belt hole might fit perfect at the beginning of the day, but by the end of the day, it probably doesn't. So it gives you the flexibility to be able to adjust it throughout the day, even by the hour,
And the whole, I mean, the philanthropic thrust of golf in general. You like that little alliteration I threw in there?
100%. Yeah, that was great.
That's why I'm a professional. But of golf in general, it fits, it meshes so well with that whole idea, because golf is used in, I don't want to use the word, just giving back. Charity is not what you guys do. It's much more practical.
A hand up. It's not a handout. That's the way we like to look at it. And I think you hit the nail on the head. The golf community, it's a very stylish and fashion forward community. So they want to look good, but they also want to feel good. Mm-hmm. They want to know that a purchase that they're making is, that they're already going to make, can also make a difference. Right. So, that's where I think we've been able to, gain quite a bit of traction and success, is really from that, look good, feel good campaign. And just the fact that, people can get that micro adjustment on their waist, but they can also just help these people all over the world.
Right. And the practical thing about your belts from a retail standpoint is you don't have to stock all kinds of different SKUs because the belt comes in one size. And if you need to trim it down, you can trim it down. If you don't need to trim it down, by all means, don't. And some of us were we did well not to trim it down initially. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And so that's the great thing is, so if you were to go and look at us online, you would see, a variety of sizes from small all the way up to size 56 in the custom range. But for a lot of retailers, like you said, you don't have to go heavy on the SKUs for that reason is you can just pop off the buckle and you can trim it down to whatever size you need.
Right.
And so, you can essentially, a person can walk in and pick up a size XL and trim it to, their waist, even if they're a size 28, with no problem whatsoever. So it gives you flexibility. It gives the retailer flexibility. It gives you personally flexibility. Also, let's say if you drop weight, I've had people that have told me that Mission Belt is literally the only accessory, that and their socks, that they still wear after having lost a lot of weight. You have to buy everything else, but with Mission Belt, you just keep snipping little and little piece of leather off. And so really a lot of flexibility with the belt for our customers as well as the retailers that carry our belts.
Right. And there's an even easy to follow template on the back for those who may be a little bit nervous about, cutting a little bit of leather off their belt. You can do it. Trust me.
Exactly. Yep. We've tried to make it as seamless as possible for people to resize, to figure out how it works, and to really get the proper Mission Belt experience.
That's fantastic. How long you guys been around, man?
We've been around for about 4 years.
Okay.
And it's been great for us. I think we touched on it last time we spoke that we had a really great experience with Shark Tank a few years ago where one of the co-founders was able to pitch it to the Sharks, and Damon was a big fan of it. It made sense, right? The apparel guy, he got behind it. And as recently as a couple months ago, we were just on the Beyond the Tank show, which is just the follow-up to the companies that were on Shark Tank. So, it's been great for us. As you can imagine, there's a really dedicated and supportive group of followers that love the products that are endorsed on Shark Tank. And it was really great for us to be able to adopt those and bring them onto the Mission Belt family and be able to feel their love and support as well.
Fantastic. Luke, can you hang on for a second?
Of course.
We're going to take a quick break, but don't you go away, all right?
All right.
Stay right where you're at. You too, if you're listening. But I'm asking you nicely, just like I did with Luke. I'm not making any demands here. We are those weekend golf guys. Give us a couple minutes and we will be right back. You suck. Isn't that the thought that goes through your mind every time you chunk a chip or blade a wedge? It is, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, indeed. It is.
I hear that so many times from people.
It could be, I hate to say this because I'm one of these personal responsibility kind of guys, but it could be the club.
It's possible.
And I don't understand. I know you do, but nobody understands, so we're not going to explain it. But the bounce and the lie angle and the grind and all that kind of stuff, it's very confusing but very important for wedges. Is it not, Jeff?
That is absolutely true.
Right.
You better have something that gets through the turf pretty well.
Harry Taylor, former PGA professional golfer and excellent club designer, has new wedges that work for 98% of us. Harry Taylor,
impeccably dressed.
HarryTaylorGolf.com. Use code LOVEMeTender and you are going to get a huge discount. The 149 wedge for $99, the 169 wedge for $109. Love Me Tender is the code. Go there, check it out, HarryTaylorGolf.com. Hey, this is John Ashton with Those Weekend Golf Guys. And, Jeff Smith is a PGA member, so he gets to play anywhere he wants to play for free. You and I, we're not quite like that. We have to, by hook or by crook. You got a friend, whatever. We all want a discount. We all want a deal, and we know how you can get a deal. You want to go to digitalgolfpass.com. They've got the whole country broken up into different areas, and there are a whole lot of golf courses in each area. You can buy one area or upgrade to all the areas. It's a membership. It makes you kind of cool. And, with the right deal at your first foray into your favorite golf course with Digital Golf Pass, you've probably saved enough money to actually pay for the membership. Check it out, digitalgolfpass.com. Use the coupon code GOLFGUYS at checkout and you'll save $5. Yeah, we hooked that up for you. All right. You know people. DigitalGolfPass.com. Coupon code GolfGuys. Go now.
I've owned my company for 14 years now, and I can tell you that payroll is a 4-letter word. I hate doing it. It eats up hours I don't have, and it costs me money I could be saving. But my accountant's too expensive, and I'm not sure who to call. But I know I need help.
We're Paychex, and we take all the hassles out of small business payroll. We save you time and money. It's easy. Call, fax, or give us your payroll information securely online, and we take care of the rest. We calculate the correct taxes, manage payments and direct deposits. We even send out your checks. Payroll doesn't need to be a 4-letter word anymore. We're so sure that we can save you time and money that we'll give you a month's payroll free. Just for calling 877-376-2829. Get 1 month's payroll for free. Call Paychex right now. 877-376-2829. That's 877-376-2829.
This is Ben Gordon, and if your teeth are stained from coffee, tea, or smoking, Power Swabs is the answer. In 5 minutes, you'll see 2 shades whiter teeth, and in 7 days, 6 shades. There's no messy strips or trays that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes, and you're done. To try Power Swabs, call 1-800-290-3613. Your bright white smile will have your friends talking about how great you look. Try it risk-free. 1-800-290-3613. That's 1-800-290-3613.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. Operators are waiting at 800-554-4183 to take your call now. Call 800-554-4183. That's 800-554-4183. Again, 800-554-4183.
Welcome back. John Ashton in studio. Jeff Smith at the Golf Cave at Otter Creek. Intrepid producer Mark Hunter at the controls, together and collectively known as those Weekend Golf Guys. And Lukas Sanchez with Mission Belt still with us on the line from Orem, Utah, which is God's country, more or less.
Exactly. That's what they tell me. So
one of the things I have heard a comparison made, and Jeff, you lived in North Carolina in the mountains.
I did.
If you use the term mountains
John.
loosely, and you have to use the term mountains loosely on the East Coast after you've been to the West Coast.
Exactly.
Right.
I spent a little bit of time in D.C., and the mountains they were talking about out there, I was a little bit confused at first.
Yeah.
You were still looking
okay.
for them when you got there?
Exactly. I was like, okay, this is like the precursor to actually hiking the mountains. This is just like the warm-up.
Yeah, these are the mole hills.
Exactly.
Exactly.
They are, however, more pastoral. Greener because they're not high enough to have a tree line for the most part.
100%. That was one. There's trees growing on trees out east.
Yeah.
Out here, it's not that intense.
However, in our defense, the Appalachian mountain chain is eons older than the Rockies.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And used to be as tall, if not taller then. But life, wind, rain, and just existing has cut them down to size, if you don't mind the cliche.
Osteoporosis.
And
Wow.
and I'm going to throw out another cliche with I hope you will forgive me for this, but what you guys do at Mission Belt basically is teaching a man to fish rather than giving him fish.
That is exactly what we do. And to kind of further expand on that same adage is a lot of people know how to fish already. They just don't have money to afford the nets, and that's kind of where we come in.
Right.
And we've partnered with Kiva. They've been great.
Kiva is a third world microloan company for those.
Exactly, it's a platform.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's been a great partnership. So $1 from every belt, like we were talking about, goes to Kiva, and then they have troops on the floor all across the world that are actively working with people. And I think we've lent in over 70 countries now.
Wow.
That are actively working with these people who are just looking for the means to start their businesses or to expand. Yeah. We've had a great experience with them. It's been wonderful path to work alongside with them and to really help these people.
Right, Jeff just sent me a text and said, if I convince him that I speak Portuguese as a first language, do you think he'll lend me some money?
Whoa. We'll have to hear him.
Sorry, excuse me, let me call somebody and get them in here.
Oops.
You're going to have to get the Google Translator out.
I think so. And the voice changer, too.
Oh, that's too funny.
So,
I mean,
how's
in
it
those
work?
70-plus countries,
Yeah.
It's the United States is included. So although, our minds tend to go directly to, the third world countries, Kiva has on the floor partners, all over, including the United States.
Now you're telling me your loans range. I mean, they're not huge loans. These are the epitome of micro loans. You're talking about like $25 to $500, somewhere around there. Or?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the loans are $25 to $500.
Right.
And really, it's pretty impressive to see what these people can do with such a small amount of capital.
Yeah.
We have a phrase here at Mission Belt that small loans make huge differences, and it is true. I mean, you can look at these people, individual people all over the world, click on their profile, hear about where they were, what they needed, and how they were able to grow their company from these small loans. And so it's really humbling, but also it teaches us that, we don't have to make these huge contributions to really make a difference. Every little bit counts, and they'll stretch every dollar and make it work for them.
Any problems getting paid back? It's
actually interesting that you bring that up, because it is out of this world, the payback rate. So it's over 99% payback on these loans, which really goes to show that these are hardworking, dedicated people who really just lack the necessary funds to get their projects off the floor or to expand. Right. So, I mean, people can have confidence that this isn't just money that's going to be, lost out there in the world, but it's actually going to be used to benefit those who are in need.
Having heard that, too, I know Jamie Dimond at Chase listens to us. I'm sure he'll be giving you a call. How do you do that?
we keep those secrets locked up. So,
but that just snowballs, though. Just so everybody understands, like you sell 500 belts in the first week of May, and if $500 goes to Kiva, they lend it out, it gets paid back, but it stays with Kiva. So the next week when you sell 500 belts, you send Kiva $500. They now have $1,000 that you've given them. And it's just
that fourth grade math is working.
It is
killing it. But so that is really how it works. So to date, we've extended over 40,000 loans to people in over 70 plus countries. But because of that rollover effect that you were talking about, we're coming up on $1 million loan to these people. So because we're working with such a great company and they're partnered with these hardworking individuals, it really is just this great cycle of helping these people break through.
Have you personally ever used some time on a golf course with somebody to explain what you're doing and get them interested in it?
I have actually. So because of the local golf courses, we have some relationships with them. And so we'll sometimes, partner with local events or golf tournaments. And I've actually spoken with plenty of people on the course about that. So I wasn't actually playing, but I was there working the tournament.
Right.
And the questions and the people wanting to figure out, how it works or why or where the name comes from. It was the perfect opportunity to explain a little bit more about the mission. Not only, is the belt great and functions well and will perform great under the rigors of, playing golf or going to work or, just day-to-day activities, but also it's helping out these people around the world.
Right.
And it strikes a chord, like we mentioned earlier, it strikes a chord with people, specifically in the golf community that have that philanthropic desire.
Right. Yeah. It seems to be golf just gives back, and it seems to be a natural platform for giving back. I'm not quite sure how that works or why it has happened, but it has, and we're all the better for it, I believe.
Agreed. Yeah.
You ever partner with anybody doing a fundraiser for a worthwhile cause here in the States and, say, here's a bunch of belts. This is what they cost. Keep the rest?
We actually do that quite a bit.
Cool.
And I'm the person that that typically deals with these people who reach out and, whether it's cancer research, out east, or a high school that's trying to teach their kids about, companies with social missions, and everything in between. We've been able to reach out or to be able to respond to these people and provide them with the tools and the information about Mission Belt, and also the product to kind of help out with whatever cause, if they're doing an auction or a fundraiser of some sort. We like to be involved, although Kiva is our partner in our social mission.
Sure.
We also feel an obligation to help out more local companies and people that also need a hand in whatever projects and endeavors they are doing.
Well, cool. Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
How much we need to raise, did we say?
I'll tell you what, you send me an email in all Portuguese. And we'll see what we can do.
How about that?
So,
I think
Jeff,
we can handle it.
Now you have a mission.
That's right. I have a mission. I guess to get a little Rosetta Stone going.
Exactly. Get some Rosetta Stone, some Google Translator.
Get some of that going.
And get a draft over my way.
Yeah.
We'll see what we can do.
We can do that. Hey, 30 seconds, Lucas. Shameless self-promotion. People who need more information, what do they do? Where do they go?
Missionbelt.com. You'll be able to find all of our collections there. It explains more about the mission, has a link to our mission page so you can see the details about all the people that we've been helping. Follow us on social media. It's all Mission Belt Co. And we're also in a lot of retailers. We're in over 1,200 retailers across the nation. So ask your local retailer for Mission Belt. Check out your Golfsmiths, your Journeys, your Nordstroms, and have them reach out.
Fantastic. Lukas Sanchez, appreciate your time with us on Those Weekend Golf Guys, and we appreciate you hanging out with Those Weekend Golf Guys this weekend again, too. You can check us out, thoseweekendgolfguys.com. You can like us on Facebook. Please do, facebook.com/golfguys. Follow us on Twitter @WKND Golf Guys. I think I've covered everything. Jeff, any last tidbits of wisdom you'd like to impart?
You know what? I think what we've just heard is that the best thing is that here is a company that's thinking about a lot more than just the company and just about profit.
Yeah.
And I think that there's nothing better in the world than that. They're using their ability to help other people, and they're actually doing it. So kudos to you guys.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
Well done.
All right, guys. Thank you again. Be back here, same place, same time next weekend. Why don't you make plans to do the same? Other than that, have a great week. Go buy a belt. Help them with their mission and play some golf. See you. Bye.